and this is a review of the new EzHero. Well, it's not actually new, it's sort of been updated recently from version 4 to version 4 final, and I've been using this ROM since about version 3 and it's pretty good. It hasn't been quite as stable as some other ROMs, like the v.4 10.3. It has never been as stable as that up till now, I hope, and I've just updated it. I did a full wipe so I can show you guys the entire setup process, and I'll put some links in the bottom bar to where you can download this from. So I'm just going to zoom us in. I've done the first boot, I'm just going to turn it on and quickly show you guys the setup screen. So you've got the normal tap the Android begin thing, and I'm just going to skip through all of this because you guys know how to set it up. You get the Google location options, date and time, and here we go on the new home screen. This is, I think it's Launcher Pro. Yeah, this is Launcher Pro that it comes with as the stock home screen. So you don't get vanilla and you don't get Sense. You can get it from the market. It's the fairly standard Nexus sort of semi-clone home screen, and it's quite a good replacement. But we'll just look into the other little bits and pieces of the ROM. So if we just go into about the phone, I'm just going to quickly hide my details, so I accidentally put them out in another video. You can see it's got EzHero version 4 final, kernel which is modded, which can go up to 691 megahertz, which you can clock up, which is quite nice. Eclair 2.1, so the little things you need to know about the ROM. And with that CPU thing, this ROM is already ridiculously quick for gaming, and if you add on top the overclock, I think people have been getting sort of 34s in the neocore benchmark, which is very reminiscent of sort of a Nexus 1 score before 2.2, which is fairly impressive, both for the ROM and for this device. One of the first things you're going to want to do when you first boot the phone up is enable JIT, which is easy to do. You just go into Applications, Terminal, and you type SU and then hit enter, and then allow the super user, which you should be able to do as you have to be rooted to get this, and then you need to type JIT, that's just GIT dash on, hit enter, and then you'll get a yes or no. You want to hit yes, then no, and then yes, and then it should reboot itself. This may boot loop a few times, but just be patient, just let it run through. Everything should work out fine. We've got this call log and keypad, which is quite nice, and we also have in applications the standard Android keyboard instead of the Hero one. We also have the 2.1 lock screen, which is the old one, which I actually really like, quite like. See it making an appearance again, so you slide that way, turn the sound off, slide that way to unlock. We also have apps to SD working. If you just go into applications, you can enable it, which is pretty quick and easy. Also, you've got this option, which allows you to turn audio on and off when the phone is docked, which I'm not actually sure will work on the Hero because I'm not sure how many people actually have docks for it. They don't recognise it as a dock, not just as a USB. That's quite nice. And we also have the integrated spare parts, which is a welcome addition from some of the earlier versions. So you've just got all the battery things, animations, transitions, input, all the little bits and pieces that come with the spare parts app. Another exciting standalone feature of this ROM is the 360-degree rotation, which you can turn on there, and you can now see you can actually have the phone in any orientation for the majority of apps and bits and pieces in the phone. Actually, basically if it would normally go on its side, it will go upside down, which is just quite cool to use. We also have got white start bar, obviously, and the white tray to go with that. I'm quickly going to cut this video, log into my Google account, go onto the market just to show you the market setup and download some benchmarks. Hello again guys, I've just run the NeoCool benchmarks. You guys don't have to watch right through it, and you can see I've got 29.6, which is pretty respectable. This is without any overclocking, just using a simple task killer just to kill the market application, which I'll show you to download this. The market I'll just quickly go into now is a little bit slower than some other ROMs for the market, but as you can see all the graphics are rendered completely as they should be, which a couple of other ROMs have a few little graphical glitches. So yeah, that's the market. I turned Wi-Fi off just because I don't want that buzzing noise, but it is a tad slower than a couple of others. But that really shouldn't discourage from this ROM, guys. It's pretty good. So I've talked about the 360-degree rotation, which is pretty impressive and is actually quite quick. The rotation in this is much quicker than in most other ROMs, as you can see that. Also, live wallpapers work, which is also a testimony to the home replacement application, but it's just quite nice just to see that working, because a couple of ROMs, even with the home replacement, don't seem to work. So we have some fish sort of swimming around. We also have the 3D app drawer, which again is the home replacement, not the ROM, but again it's quite nice to see that. The ROM also has a new messaging thing where it's black on white instead of white on black, which is about to say it's a little bit nicer on the eyes. And that's sort of it, guys. Everything works as it should work, so this will definitely replace your ROM as an everyday ROM, give the extra power if you add overclocking or just the general gaming speed of this. And a lot of people might want to try this out, especially if they're considering upgrading to a more powerful device and want to sort of see what other stuff is see what other things Android is capable of. I'll put some links in the bottom bar, obviously, to the downloads, the donation page to the dev, and any other little bits and pieces. And I think that's about it, guys. You can see the transitions are maybe a tiny bit choppy through the camera. They pretty much alright, but this is a combination of the live wallpaper and the home replacement, not the ROM, as many of the ROMs just crash when you try and do stuff like this, like run a live wallpaper with all the animations turned on to the maximum. Anyway, I'm rambling, so yeah, this has been Tech So Sticky as Glue. Any problems, just comment or message me. Obviously, subscribe if you want to see more about the Hero or the upcoming Samsung Galaxy S, or just anything Android related. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Ta-da! Hey guys, if you've stayed to watch this far, I just thought I'd show you the boot up screen for a couple of reasons. Firstly, it's sort of a tribute to old HTC boot screens with the Otorbit 2, HTC Polaris, Touch Pro, Touch HD, and that's my computer bleeping, here we go, which is the old classic one, and it boots up all the specs and stuff, which is kind of cool. And the second bit is the dev's custom splash screen, which is actually made up of loads of little characters, which I just thought was kind of nice. And we're on the subject of booting. The first time you boot it, it may be a little slow. It might boot loop 2 or 3 times. Shut up. It might boot loop a few times, but after that it should be pretty snappy.